Once upon a time, three men set out on a missionary journey from a small town in a country in West Africa. They were not ordinary travelers, no. They were men on a mission, men who carried with them the gospel, men whose hearts burned with the desire to spread light to a faraway place. The journey was long, 10 hours away by road. They set off on the journey, hopeful to arrive safely before dark of that day. The road stretched before them like a promise, winding through towns, villages, and lonely stretches of wilderness. For many hours all was well. They spoke together, they prayed, they laughed. Their car hummed along faithfully, bearing them closer and closer to their destination. But then, trouble. The sound came suddenly, a cough, a stutter, and then silence. The car rolled to a stop. They tried the ignition. Nothing. They pushed, they pulled, they bent their heads under the bonnet. Still, the engine refused to come alive. The sun was already slanting toward the west. Shadows stretched longer across the road. Their hearts began to beat faster. They knew what it meant to be stranded on a lonely road as evening approached. Cars zoomed by, their drivers barely slowing. Dust rose, dust settled. The three men kept working, sweating, praying under their breath. Then, one car slowed. The driver leaned out. His eyes were sharp, his voice cold. "Men, hear me. If you are still here by 5 o'clock this evening, you will be eaten alive. There is a village close by, and they feast on human flesh. Any stranger left on this stretch of road after the sun dips is taken and never seen again." With that, he pressed his foot to the pedal and sped away, leaving only his warning behind. The missionaries froze. Their hands trembled. 5 o'clock. That was only a short time away. They bent again to the car, their fear now doubled. They pushed, they pulled, they tried every trick they knew, but the car remained lifeless. Tools were missing, parts were stuck, and time, time was slipping away. And they did what men of faith know best. They prayed. They prayed with trembling voices. They prayed with breaking hearts. They prayed, "Lord, send us help! Lord, save us from this hour!" Their words rose into the heavens as the shadows deepened. Every passing moment pressed harder on their spirits. And then another car slowed. This driver was different. He stepped out, his face kind, his voice steady. "Brothers, what is the matter?" They explained their trouble. He listened, then nodded. "I have the tools you need. Take them. Fix your car. But be quick, for this place is dangerous. Strangers who remain here after dark are never found again." He opened his boot, pulled out the very tools they lacked, and placed them in their hands. Then he stood by, watching, encouraging, as they worked with trembling hands and racing hearts. Minutes passed, a spark, a cough, and then the engine roared back to life. Their relief was like a river. They smiled, they laughed, they thanked the man again and again. But he said something strange. He said, "Keep the tools. You may need them again. When you reach your destination, come to my shop. Ask for Mr. Jake. Return the tools to me there." They nodded eagerly. They promised. They waved their thanks, and with the car now alive, they sped away from that deadly stretch of road. That night, they reached their destination safely. Their hearts were still pounding with the memory of what they had escaped. And the very next morning, determined to keep their word, they set out to go and return the tools back to the man that helped them. They carried the tools carefully, ready to return them and to offer more thanks. These three men all humped into the car and made their way to the address that this Good Samaritan wrote for them the previous day while by the roadside.
Indeed, they arrived at the correct address. But to their surprise, when they asked around for this particular shop, the people frowned. "Who? Mr. Jake? We knows no such man. That name does not belong here. There is no shop by that name, not today, not ever before." These three men looked confused and dazed, but they searched on. They asked again and again, but the answer was always the same. No one had ever heard of the man. No one knew the name. No such person existed in that place. The men stood silent, the tools still in their hands, their hearts pounding with wonder. Then it dawned on them. This was not ordinary man. This was not simple driver on a road. This was purely an angel sent in their moment of greatest fear, an angel sent to answer their prayers, an angel who vanished, leaving behind only the tools and a testimony. And so they returned home. Their lips gave thanks, their voices rose in praise. They told the story again and again, with wonder. Then they remembered how fear pressed in, how danger stalked them, how God answered from above, sending an angel by the roadside. And that is the tale of the angel by the roadside.